Alright guys, it's Miko here. I'm giving the Zilla pack its last run, last beta test, and I thought, why not show you guys how it's done? This is the final stage. It's usually just fun, me having a great time playing guitar, and hopefully all the good things have been done already. So, this is what the pack looks like. It's a bit different to other packs that I've created, but it has the Ace folder as always. That includes only the single mic IRs, which I'll show you guys right now. So these are the Ace single mic IRs that I've created and shot and chosen as the best ones. So I just chose that this cap block is gonna play anything that I choose here. So right now it's not making any sound, but if I choose an IR from here, it's using this IR that I just chose. So as you can see here, we have 6 different speaker types: the Cream Alnico, Cream H, Cream M, Green M, K100, and V30. So let me show you how these all sound like. So maybe a SM57 comparison would be in order. Definitely makes my Les Paul sound like a Marshall right now. A Creamback M. And the Cream Alnico. And with all these 5 microphone options for all speakers, you get quite an interesting selection of IRs and colors you can choose to use. And for example, here the SM57, the E906, ooh, maybe even better, M160. And the Royer. So a really good mix, for example, could be just this SM57 and the M160 blended in together. But obviously the fun starts when you start blending in different speakers together. For example, K100 has definitely the best MD421 IR in this pack, in my opinion. And the Cream H, which is the other speaker in Misha's signature cab. So if I throw this one in here, this will sound pretty good, I think. And it's not even using a V30 right now. So if I switch the SM57 V30 option in that place, and let's compare again. That should give you a picture of how much versatility there is in this pack. So obviously in here we also have the alloys. And these are kind of like the alloys that I usually create, except for there's only one of each here. So let's just go through some of these to see if that they work. They all seem to work really well, actually, and that's always a good sign. Then we have the Misha folder, and it includes Misha's mixes. And what we did differently this time is that there's a D option for all the mixes in here. So what that stands for is gent. Simple as that. I actually had the pleasure of really analyzing the IRs that the guys of Periphery used on the Juggernaut, and they had some processing going on in the IR that kind of made it sound a specific way. So these mixes that have the D in their name are kind of processed the same way. So these are probably closest to the Juggernaut zone if you're after that, and they only use the V30, so that one probably might be the closest thing. But, you know, even Misha created some vintage IR mixes here. So he's definitely not just a gent guy, although people probably want to see him that way. Then we have the Zilla mixes, and these are the ones that I created. Essentially, I created one per speaker and then all of them together, and then a few special ones that I've been using a lot. These also feature the D versions, and there's also a single mic SM57 Gent IR here. And I've been using the flattest and the vintage green cream the most. I love the sound of these. And this mix consists of 3 IRs, one from the vintage 30, one from the greenback, and one from the greenback H, if I remember correctly. And I just found this really interesting balance of 3 different speakers and 3 mics going into this one, and it's the one that I use the most. It was just something magical about it. And the flattest one is also one that I use a lot. It's fatter, it's full, it's everything you want. If you want to hear the difference between a D version and a regular version of a mix, here it is. So yeah, the difference is definitely that it's a lot tighter. The low end has been kind of taken care of, so to say. In other folders, we have the single mics. So what's different about the single mics this time is that there are a lot more of them, meaning that there were more sweet spots in there. So I could shoot more, and they all sounded pretty good. These are actually small increments, like the mic moving around 1 centimeter at a time, going around a non-symmetrical circle, finding sweet spots on a speaker. So you will not hear a huge difference between one position to the other. So let me demonstrate this with an SM57. So 1 and 8 were pretty close to each other, and then you got a lot of different flavors in here, but the brightness remained the same throughout the whole process. So that's kind of something new that I've never been able to do before. This time, however, it was quite successful, and obviously I wanted to have it in here. Let's just see that all these work properly. And yeah, they do. So that's all the IRs, but that's not all that's included in this pack. We also have some presets that Misha made, and actually I'm not going to be using Cab Lab for this, I'm just going to be using this. So yeah, sorry that everything is in Finnish, but this is the folder that includes all the presets that Misha came up with. They're quite nice. I'm going to demonstrate them all for you just so you can hear them out. I'm using a Les Paul here, so they might sound a bit different than they did for Misha, but it should show you that they are quite useful. So that's Misha's balanced rhythm sound. Then we have something called butter. So yeah, more of a vintage vibe. Let's see what we have here. Chorus clean. Really nice sounding clean, and a crunch. A nice vintage sound. Then we have this huge echo sound. And then a modern lead. and then a purr rhythm. If you guys don't know what that means, it's a gent term for a palm mute that's kind of purring, so to say. I'm tuned in E, so I'm not sure how well this will work, but I'll try. So yeah, even my Gibson is capable of purring, so it seems. Then we have a spacey clean. So I think that's it for the last beta run for the ML Bulb Zilla pack. As you can see, there's a lot here. Sorry I couldn't demonstrate it more. I'm just trying out that it works, and it works perfectly right now. So I think we're ready for a launch soon. Thank you guys.